What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And today I wanted to talk about something that was pretty stupid. I really couldn't believe it. As you guys know, LA is a pretty big city, and because it's such a big city, oftentimes the people in charge of making crosswalks get busy and it takes forever to put one in. That being said, everyone walking around the neighborhood still needs a safe way to cross the street, so some people decided to take it into their hands and make crosswalks at busy intersections. And apparently LA did not have the time to come make the crosswalks, but they do have the time to come remove them. LA removes crosswalks allegedly painted by a secretive group. I love how they're calling this group of people that decided to make a crosswalk a secretive group. They were out there disregarding regulations when it comes to crosswalk size definitions. I just don't really think it's that much of a dangerous, secretive group if all they're gonna do is make crosswalks. We have a very dangerous group in Los Angeles that's trying to undermine the traffic department. If they want to come be a secret group by my house, we have a bunch of potholes that need fixing. I know I'm not in LA, but I'm only a 4-hour drive away, so just come on over, fix my potholes too. Seriously, what a good secretive group. They're just out here slowly improving the neighborhood, adding crosswalks. Next thing you know, they're gonna erect an entire traffic light by themselves. Putting in the crosswalk, nah, we're too busy for that. Removing the crosswalk, we're there in a heartbeat. The illegal crosswalks remained untouched for weeks, but on Friday, Los Angeles city workers were on site steaming them anyways. The set of 4 crosswalks popped up at a busy residential intersection in March, allegedly painted by a secret group that calls itself Crosswalk Collective LA. At the time, the group told NPR they were tired of waiting on the city to make what they said are much needed improvements for pedestrians, so they DIY'd it, taking matters into their own hands. Okay, we've all heard of some secret organizations. There's the Mafia, a couple of the cartels, maybe, whatever's going on up in the Chuck E. Cheese executive rooms. They're selling re-eaten pizza. Or pre-eaten pizza, not re-eaten. I guess you re-eat it. Whatever. There's a bunch of secretive stuff going on. That being said, the Crosswalk Collective of LA doesn't sound that intimidating. And they shouldn't be. All they're trying to do is make crosswalks so people can walk across the street in a safer fashion. I think we can all agree that we like to cross the street without being hit by cars. At least that's my personal favorite way to cross the street. Some of you might be weird and enjoy being smacked by a sedan. Good for you. But if it's a super insanely busy residential intersection and people are having a hard time getting across the road, cars are speeding, I don't understand why it's that big of a deal if somebody goes out and just paints a few rectangles with white paint. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. I'm sure someone in the comments will be like, are you crazy? There should be no reason for anyone to make their own crosswalk. But if the city's not going to do it, then someone's got to keep people safe, right? And I'm not talking about Batman vigilantism here. You shouldn't be running around trying to stop robberies with your super suit on. But making a crosswalk is something that doesn't seem that hard to do in the grand scheme of things, really. If you can paint a rectangle and understand that you need to get this depressed part of the sidewalk to that depressed part of the sidewalk, it's pretty easy. I love how the city just kind of ignored it for weeks too. That goes to show how much attention they're really paying to what's going on the roads. There was a very busy intersection with illegal crosswalks and they didn't notice for weeks. No wonder there wasn't a crosswalk in the first place. They probably don't even pay attention. The cars that are speeding by and almost hitting the kids in the neighborhood is probably the people supposed to be checking on the road. City officials say they're actually clearing the way for a better and safer intersection. This location is also the site of a planned traffic circle as part of LA Department of Transportation's Slow Streets program, which is being installed today, LA Dot spokesman Colin Sweeney told NPR. Workers on site will work throughout the day to install an all-away stop with traffic circle designed to slow cars traveling through the neighborhood, improving safety for people walking, biking, and traveling by other modes. I mean, so either way, they win, right? Because look, they got so pissed off about this illegal crosswalk that they're coming in to put in this special traffic circle program to slow cars down and add crosswalks. So if you get that by just painting your own crosswalk, technically you still won, because now it's still safer to cross the street. Like, in the grand scheme of things, this is a pretty effective way to protest the slowness of the Department of Transportation. Just go make crosswalks where you want a crosswalk, and they'll look incompetent, so they'll have to go build a real crosswalk. Otherwise, people will get mad at them for not doing it when you guys are. I mean, really, this entire neighborhood's getting a huge upgrade, a like roundabout to slow down cars, better crosswalks, all because people just got tired of waiting for them to come put the crosswalk in and painted something on the ground. That's a pretty effective way of getting what you want, you know. This crosswalk collective is getting results, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, actually, yeah, they made a crosswalk here, but the Department of Transportation doesn't like their crosswalk. Psh, amateur. Compared to what we can do, trust me, we're about to add the most state-of-the-art crosswalk. It's sick. It's got AI. It's gnarly. The secret collective group is like, all right, sick, awesome. That's great. Yeah, please add the best technology possible to slow down cars in the neighborhood. That'd be awesome. That's actually what we want. That's better than the crosswalk we had. We'll take it. We'll take 7. Can you put one in every intersection? Sweeney also noted that there were no records indicating that any requests for improvements to the street corners had been formally submitted to the city, and additionally, City Councilman Mitchell Farrell's office also reviewed its record at the request of NPR, and they found no prior request for crosswalks either. All right, so there was no request for crosswalks, but it just happened to be in the pipeline for the program that adds a safety speed circle and changes the entire traffic flow. So either way, you guys were aware that it was a very dangerous intersection that needed improvements, because apparently you had the improvements planned anyways. Unless these improvements are only being made because you realize that people making their own crosswalks made you guys look incompetent. Either way, I'm just saying, you either knew it was a problem, or you're only doing all these improvements because you're embarrassed that they fixed the problem. Even if there was no formal complaint, apparently this has been in the works for a while, which is why you have to remove the homemade crosswalk is to add your super awesome version. And I don't think you guys threw that together in 2 days unless it was out of embarrassment. So you already knew it was a problem. You know what I'm saying? Even if there was no formal complaint, it was obvious the intersection had a need for this system. It should be noted that LA Dot has been designing and planning this traffic circle since last year, Sweeney said in an email, adding that residents who wish to see safety improvements within their neighborhood should make requests directly to their city council office or to the local LA Dot district engineering office. All right, I think it's fair that they probably should lodge a formal complaint first. I think you got to give them the chance to fix it. But like, how long is the wait supposed to be? If I go to my city council office and I take the time to fill out a form being like, we need a crosswalk because 19 kids have been hit by cars while they're riding their bikes and we got to do something about it, I'm waiting maybe 2 weeks. If it's not like in the process of being fixed in 2 weeks, I'm taking paint and I'm painting the crosswalk. Like, at a certain point, I'm not disagreeing that you should take the formal route and be like, hey, we really need a crosswalk. But if the city is going to take 9 years to make the crosswalk that is needed for safety now, you kind of have an obligation to go paint the rectangle yourself. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm an idiot, you know? Like, there's a reason every description says semi-coherent rambling about blank, because I'm just talking out of my butt here. But I'm just saying, if you're going to yell at people to make the formal complaints, then you have to start actually doing something about it when they make the formal complaint. Kwam Odunsi, who lives nearby, was thrilled to see the mystery crosswalk suddenly appear. We wanted it, we needed it, and it's been keeping us safe, Odunsi told NPR, adding that cars just fly through here. I understand the Department of Transportation being annoyed at this, but in my opinion, all that really matters is if the people who live there appreciated it or not. So if the people that live there are like, awesome, I love having a crosswalk, it's been keeping us safe because cars are always speeding, then I don't know. Maybe the secret crosswalk collective of LA is not doing the worst thing in the world. I understand why the Department of Transportation is annoyed because it's making them look bad. But that being said, if the people need something and then someone does it and they all appreciate it, all right, that's kind of all that matters. They're the ones that have to live with it at the end of the day. If you really want a crosswalk in your neighborhood, I don't live there. It's not like I'm not going to be the one driving through it and dealing with it every day, bro. That being said, I just thought it was interesting that they were like, oh, don't be disrespectful and make your own crosswalk. You need to file the complaint. We're adding traffic circles. It's just a very interesting rule. I don't know. If anything, if I was the government, I'd be like, hey, thanks, man. Thanks for adding the crosswalk. Less work I gotta do. Makes sense. That's also why I'm not in charge of the government. I'm too lazy. They'd be like, oh, Ryan, we really need a crosswalk. I'd be like, look, dude, I'll get paint. But listen, all right? There was just a new season of Selling Sunset released on Netflix. So I'm going to get through that first, and then I'll paint the crosswalk. Okay? Like, I'm not a part of the secret crosswalk collective group. I'm glad they exist for LA. I don't live in LA, though, and I'm not going to be the one painting the secret crosswalks. Anyways, guys, I think that's enough rambling about nothing. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I'd appreciate y'all taking a second to press the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. And of course, subscribe if you're new and turn on notifications. I post videos like this twice a day, so if you just like, I don't know, get ranting about stuff, I guess, subscribe, turn on noties. And yeah, on that note, don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. I'm out. Peace.